So what I mainly do at the hospital while I'm taking chemo is either playing card games, playing video games. I like to listen to like Boy with Fuke, Chloe Kai, Noah Kahan, Machine Gun Kelly.
Meet 11-year-old Chaife Jackson, a bright, fun-loving kid whose life took an unimaginable turn. Last June, Chaife's parents, Amy and Steve Jackson, made a life-changing decision, leaving their home in Guam to move to Ohio, closer to Amy's family. They had no idea how critical that move would become. On August 30th, Amy took Chaife to a clinic, hoping to get antibiotics for a persistent cough he had had since Guam. What happened next shattered their world.
To the clinic several times and they thought maybe it was just allergies or adjusting to the weather.
But it wasn't just allergies. A chest x-ray revealed a large mass in Chaife's chest, so massive it had pushed his heart to the left side.
They just knew that something was in his lungs because they didn't know what it was. And the next day they took a biopsy and they knew it was cancer. They didn't know what kind of cancer. But he couldn't breathe and he couldn't sit up straight, and it was just like the worst time of our life.
Chaife was diagnosed with Ewing-like sarcoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer known as B-core. Thankfully, the Jacksons found hope at the Cleveland Clinic, a world-renowned medical center where Chaife is receiving specialized care.
I promised the doctors when we first started our journey that I wasn't going to Google anything, because it takes you down this rabbit hole of worst case scenarios. And I didn't want to do that.
For Amy, the news was devastating, but her son's strength inspires her every day.
I'm an empath, and I felt terrible because he had just started school. He'd only gone to school for 2 weeks. And you know, your mind automatically goes to these like worst case scenarios, right? And we've watched all the movies about cancer and all these things, and that's why I promised him that I wasn't going to Google anything, because anybody who's ever come across Chaife just knows that he's a sweet, happy, like he's freaking awesome.
Every 2 to 3 weeks, Chaife endures intense chemotherapy. In between, he undergoes blood work and sometimes blood or platelet transfusions.
And I'm scared.
They'll be accessing his port for the first time, so he's a little bit anxious.
Chaife faces 14 rounds of chemo before doctors reassess his condition. Through it all, the family has been uplifted by an outpouring of love and support.
It's overwhelming. My family's always been the one, has always been the one to help people, and to be on the other side of that is very humbling, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm not used to being on the receiving end of everything, and it's a lot, but it's very much appreciated. Sometimes I wish I was home because you miss that island support, just being surrounded with the people that you grew up with, and we miss that, and we feel it when like with the videos and just the messages, like we feel it, and we miss it. We miss everybody.
If you'd like to support Chaife on his cancer journey, visit KUAM.com for links to his GoFundMe page and Amazon wishlist. And follow Chaife's cancer journey and what he's up to on TikTok. The account is handled by his mom at Amy Jackson 671. Jonathan Charfris, KUAM News.